days ago, my base was rallied many times, about 3 times to be exact. Many thought that I got zeroed. What really happened during those times? I'm going to explain this to you. Now, we're also going to look into the battle reports and actually take a look if it was actually a huge hit and how did I really feel during this situation. What was my reaction? What was my thought process? And how I handled it at the end. So this video, I know you guys probably have seen it in YouTube, internet. I've sent some videos out, for other people to share. And other people was also, watching our base get wrecked. So I'm sure you guys have seen it, but you guys didn't really see what I was doing during that period of time. So today you're going to see how my movements were going, how I was reacting, and I'm going to, explain to you guys what was in my head during those times. So the very first thing that I did when I realized I was getting rallied was actually click record button. Well, that's also after I have garrisoned every troop that I have. As you can see, I just sent back Nevsky. I was sending every troop back, but I didn't realize that there was the next rally coming right away. So basically, 3 alliances were rallying me. That means 3 coalitions were rallying me. That's absolutely crazy. Just looking at the video right now, I just saw that a rally was marching. I did not realize that in the very beginning. What I would have done is I would have kept everything. I didn't know I was getting rallied again. If I realized it, I would have kept everything in the garrison because at this stage, I've already panicked and I didn't know what I was going to do. And then as soon as I got hit, that was it. That was the moment. So here I cleared up my hospital that I was just finishing. I think I started with about 400k or 500k within the hospital already. So as you can see here, there's 500k in the hospital. That's why we saw deaths in the first report, and we saw more deaths in the second report as well. I'm not so sure why the initial rally was canceled right away. I think they could have done much longer on that one. So they completely burned me out here. They looted me. I don't know why they didn't swarm me. So I'm going to get another rally in here. But I think I'm going to be, moving around, going to teleport eventually. But the thing that comes into my mind when I saw this is that first, I thought I was garrisoned on a flag because I thought Guan Yu, I put it on a flag because that's what I was initially doing. And then I thought that flag was actually the one getting rallied. As you can see in here, I'm fighting back because I'm like, I'm pissed off because I got rallied. Second thing that I was in my mind is like, I didn't think about the territory would get burned. I did not scout the territory properly the night before I went to bed. And I didn't think it could have been attacked and broken. So that was my problem. I think that was a very noob move from me. I think they did a good job on rallying me in the fact that they did some casualty. But I think in the battle report, I think I did not really get hurt that much. Considering all 5 marches are out, my gears are on Artemisia. I don't have a real defender except it's Wu and Constantine, and with Wu I only have like few gears in there, so it wasn't. I was expecting I would get like 500k deads or more, but I don't think we got there. So we're also going to look more deeper into the battle report. As you can see at this stage, I already teleported out and I'm typing to the team that hey, I'm fine. Now, as you guys can see, I am playing on the Apple device that I got, the iPad. One of the thing is they were also calling me on Discord. They were calling me on Discord, but they were calling me on my mobile phone. I didn't download Discord yet in my iPad, so which I should have done. If I have realized that I was getting rallied, I I would have teleported right away. I wouldn't have taken it. No, there were assumptions of people saying that I was about to take rally and that I'm waiting for that. No, typically I do not try to take rallies like this. Typically I control the situation. At this time, I did not control the situation for the very longest time. I think this is the very first time. No, second time. One time I got wrecked when I was in Kingdom 14. But this is the very first time for this account that they got me, and I gotta give it to them because I made a mistake. I woke up, I was bubbled, and I fought. They did not realize that I was online, which was good. If they have realized that I was online and all 5 marches was out, they could have really taken advantage of it. Because if they were smart, maybe they don't watch some of our videos. If they were smart, they would have understand that I am an archer main, and my garrison is a Manitor. So my gears are archer, so it doesn't make sense if they if they have only realized why Wu was defending, if they just question themselves, why is Shin defending with Wu? That's not typical for him. His marches must have been out. They could have imprisoned me, which I don't understand why they did not imprison me. They could totally have done it, and they could have swarmed my base as well. They could have done that. They could have literally zeroed the heck out of me within that few minutes. If they played it right, they could have totally annihilated me, and it would have been the first time. That's going to be a big glory for them if they did it. But looking at this report, as you can see, severely wounded, 200K there, filled up my hospital. So, like I said, I have about 400 already initially. I don't really know why they canceled it. I was doing quite well, actually. Imagine if I did not have my hospital full, right? We have the Wu and Constantine. The Wu and Constantine is a really good defense as well. As you can see, it held, right? It held pretty good for an Attila and Takeda. I guess giving them the benefit of the doubt that it's not even full, but come on. South Cloud is a very strong player. That's all geared up, legendaries, fighting my Wu, which I'm going to show later, that really has no gear. And we're going to look into it. I'm going to log into the game. I don't think I recorded in this time frame, but we're going to go back into the game and show you guys what I have on Wu. All my gears were on Amanitor. So if my Amanitor was there and they rallied me with all my troops inside, I think that Attila and Takeda would have got wrecked, and I feel like I could have handled those double rally as well because we have significant amount of troops inside that it could have handled it. Now, of course, we took some damage in here. Yeah, I think I panicked a little bit when I was getting rallied. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I tried to teleport, but I realized you cannot teleport. I was trying to teleport, and when the rally hits, you cannot teleport. And I remember Puddle Cakes was telling me, if you get rallied with the updates before, you cannot random teleport. So I didn't even bother to do random teleport, which I should have just kept all my troops in the people's base. If I realized that there was second and third rally, I would have just kept it in the base, and then I would have just ported out right away. Which I did not realize that. That's why the double rally hit. So, and I just took it. I was watching it, and I'm like, man, that kind of sucks. So I'm kind of typing in here, did not bother to check, blah, 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 whatever I said there. The really thing is, it hurts a little bit. It kind of stings. We lost a little bit of, troops there. So, but it's not like I'm down. I'm glad that here we go. I did look into Wu Zetian. So you can see my gear. That was the gear that I have in that moment. And I think we did an absolutely wonderful job with that Wu and Constantine. The talent tree worked really well. So if you don't have a good defender, you don't have like Xeno and other ones in here, Xeno YSS, Wu and Constantine, you see the result. Imagine only if I had my hospital cleared, and imagine if I had my Wu geared up as well, right? So I think overall, it was, good rally for the opponent. I think I did a really good defense in here as well. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys actually think about this report? I think we only lost no more than 350 to 400K, I think. I don't think there is over 500K. So you can see 150 here, 150 there. about 300. Actually, yeah, 150, 150. That was a double rally, so that's 300k. Not even 350k, I think. But let me know what you guys actually think about this. About the whole situation in here, how I got rallied, and what you guys think about it. Were you guys scared that I was gonna get zeroed? Some people think that I was offline, right? Now the thing is, I wasn't offline, but if I did not log in that day, since I'm traveling that time, that's why we're recording on an iPad. If I did not log in, I think my shield would have been expired within 2 hours. If I did not log in and it went along with the day, I would have been total wrecked because I wouldn't have logged in. So it was really good that I logged in. I fought a little bit in the morning before I went about my day because I would have got totally annihilated because I wouldn't have the time to check the game if I did not log in that time, because I wouldn't have able to teleport, shield, or anything, and they would have launched multiple rallies on me, and I don't think my base would have handled it if it was multiple rallies launch at me if I cannot log in and teleport myself out. We did get some reinforcement. I think I got one guy who reinforced me. I killed some troops in here. It's like T1, kind of added into my T1 kills. That kind of sucks. But here is another one, I guess, that I hit her, I guess, from that. This is the Nevsky one. Okay, so here's the base. Okay, he tried to loot me. Of course, he died with that. All right, so this is the double rally. And you can see they looted me. So 157 and another like 146. So let's just say roughly around 300k, right? So 156, 157, right? Roughly about 300k there. They had 93k deads, all archers. I also have, I guess you can see here, I did not have any casualty on my Cavs infantry. Nothing, didn't get hurt. Oh, all it did was severely wounded. I lost only his archers, really, and a few siege units. And then Chini helped me out here. Thank you. And a little bit lost for him. Now let's take a look into this one. Here we lost more archers and more siege and about 15k Cavs. And they lost only 20k of the Cavs, which is really good report. I think this one hit first. Therefore, they got a lot more casualty, and this was sitting on the side. There we go. And this was the report here with South Cloud. Let's take a look into the buff. You can see that in the buff, definitely, I'm not really winning that much in here. I guess I won some few buff in here. I don't know why, because South Cloud is a pretty strong player. All right, look at that, 2077. Yeah, it's huge. Huge Cavs buff. And, I'm looking at everything in here because Wu is a leadership commander in here, right? So, definitely counterattack 20% damage. Helped skill damage, 20% plus, which kind of helps out a little bit with this, for Wu. But overall, I think it didn't really do that much. I don't think I would have had deads. I think they would have had more deads here if they continued the rally. If I had my hospital cleared, it would have been so much more fun. Looking into this, I wasn't really that much worried. I think we did a good defense in here, in my opinion. But I want to know what your opinion is. So for those people who think that I wasn't fighting, I actually have reports in here that, I was joining as much as I can when I had the time. But I've been, quite busy as well recently. But you guys are going to enjoy, what I did for being busy. So just tune in. So really, I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think we got zeroed. But, of course, it was a noob moment from my end. When you just woke up in the morning, you're groggy, you didn't think about it. And it just happens, And it's good that to experience it and to tell you guys to always check the territory, even if you feel a little bit more complacent. Just check it out, right? So we did the heal of 200k, about 200k hospital cleaning there. That helped me out to lessen some deads. So it would have been a lot more if I did not. Let's take a look into the buff in here. For the archer, you can see I'm significantly much lower, right? Much higher for that attack. Every archer stats was better. And yeah, that was it. That was really the kicker here. And let's take a look into the Manator gear. A Manator would have been the defense. If I had even this, I had some iconic gear, 2 of them, that would have really held it. When we take a look into Wu, Wu Constantine is a really good combo. If you're going against any Attila and Takeda, if you go Wu and Constantine, you will defend against that. If you're in season 2, try it. Trust me, it will work. I will not lie to you for that one. We've tested it before. It works. You can put a little bit more infantry in there. The ratio, that would be really great. And let's hit back. I want to hit back here. There we go. Let's take a look into the talent tree that I used. This is the talent tree that I used. This is a anti-Attila and Takeda talent tree because I am not going for the skill damage in here. And we got this King's Guard. And of course the rejuvenation, and we also went a little bit here for the strategic prowess, and here we go with arm to teeth. Now there's a few combinations that I can do depending on what I'm trying to achieve here. I think this is one of them, not this one, but this is one of them. This is if I'm going to be taking some skill damage. So what I could have done also is after the Attila, which I panic, right? If I didn't panic, I would have kept this after the Attila, and I should have switched. It didn't really come into my mind until now. I should have switched this because they were attacking me with skill damage commanders, and that would have lessened some of my casualty in the process of getting rallied. Now, until now, I don't know why I wasn't in prison. Maybe somebody can tell me in the comment section. Maybe their imprisonment is in cooldown, or they just didn't think it was worth it, or maybe they were being nice, which I doubt, to destroy my base. Anyway, rockers, that's my side here. That's what I experienced. Hopefully, it kind of give you guys some clarification. We did not get zeroed. We are still going to be able to fight. I'll find some time soon that I'm going to be participating as much as I can. Still a little bit busy, but now a little bit more easier with the schedule. Anyway, rockers, thank you guys for the support. Until next time, I'll see you again.